Good morning. How you guys doing? This Mike back with the thought of the day on May 13th, 2024. First, I want to give honor and praise to Ahaya Shoahaya, Bashem Yeshaya, or Wakadash. It's the Father, Son, and that's the Holy Spirit in Hebrew. Then I like to open with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. May your will, not mine, be done. Today I like to talk about when a student helped save me. A student helped save my life. A few years ago I had a student that came in, and the student had went through a lot in their life. Very, very tough story. And when the student first came in my class, it was they were very angry, had an attitude, used to leave. And one day I asked the student, like, why do you keep doing that? And the student said, it's a gift and a curse of being in your class, because you like to talk about a lot of topics and you like to dig deep. And I know this stuff is tough for me to talk about it. It's tough for me to talk about it, but it's necessary for me to get better. So I love your class and I hate your class. And it was a turning point because the students started coming more and the students started participating more, and I seen the student growing. Then we started going to meetings, and I used to take the student to the meetings, and the students started learning about AA, because we go to meetings daily, at least 4 times a week. The students started learning about AA and learning about the program, the steps, the fellowship, and the importance of going to meetings. And I'm saying the student, the lights go off in the student eyes, and they're starting to get better at learning about this program and understanding the meaning of it. So then I fast forward. A couple months later, Doc dies. My brother, best friend and brother. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. And for some reason, I came into work that day trying to escape what I was feeling. We had our morning meeting at work, and then it's time to go, and I had a group with the kids. But in the morning meeting, I broke down and I was crying. And I knew at that time, all right, I gotta leave work, and I need to go to Trenton and see Mama Chill, Patsy Chill. I wanted to go see her because I knew it was a tough time for her, and I was hurt too. But I wanted to talk to the kids and let them know what was going on with me, because when I go through different situations, I'm transparent with them because I'm in recovery too. So they got to understand that things in life hit you, and you got to be able to deal with it and still stay sober. So I go out and I have a group, and I let them know that I just lost my best friend and my brother, and I'm gonna be leaving today, and it's hurting me. I got a little emotional, and when the group was over, that student turned to me and said, "Mr. Mike, go to a meeting." And I said, "Okay," and I walked away. Then that student stopped me again and said, "No, Mr. Mike, go to a meeting. Make sure you go to a meeting." And at that moment, everything became very intense for me, because I put everything in perspective and understood that I was reeling, and at that point my life was in jeopardy. I was capable of doing anything, and the fact that students had the wherewithal to understand the program as much to be able to remind me to go to a meeting and reinforce it, because they saw that I had just like said okay and walked away, but reinforced it, is a testament of the work of the Most High, that He allowed me to be able to shape that student to get to that point, to be able to be in turn to help me when I was hurting. And sometimes when I still think about that moment, it touches me hard, because you never know what happens when we pour into our youth. And you never know how it would benefit us later on. And on that day, I have no doubt that student helped me help change the outcome of my day. I'm not saying I would have picked up because God was with me, but I was definitely reeling and I was definitely emotional. I ended up going to Trenton, seeing Mama Chu and crying my eyes out, and then I went to a meeting, and it was drilled in my head by that student that day. Make sure you go to that meeting, and then I just started going to meetings, a couple of meetings a day during that time to express how I was feeling and this and that nature. But I will always remember that student and appreciate the fact that that student reinforced that for me and understood what to do in that moment from the experience that they gathered at going to meetings and being in the fellowship. Those who are not in recovery might not feel the impact of what I'm talking about, but those who are, you definitely know when those moments hit, and you have that person that could come out and help you and tell you and how much appreciative you'll be. This is Mike. Enjoy the rest of your day. Shalom.